evening. Hello. Welcome to the 21-day soul cleansing journey. It is very late, but we got to get our soul cleansing journey in. And it is Christmas, so can't really tell by the meditation music in the back, but Merry Christmas. It is Christmas. I hope everyone is enjoying your holiday, however you like to celebrate it, whether it's with all of your family or just a couple of friends or a significant other or just yourself. However you are tonight, I hope you are well. And may the spirit of what Christmas is intended to entail, of love and birth and hope and joy and healing and consciousness and all the things and all the things and all the things. May it all bless each and every one of us, each and every one of you. I really like today's discussion on day 13. 13, if you are weird like me and you kind of like to play around with sacred geometry and numerology and all the things, 13 reduces down to 4 because 1 plus 3 is 4, which indicates stability. The 4 legs, right? To keep a table steady, or the 4 walls to build a home, right? And today's topic is about life agreements, which is a good day to think about it. You know, I was actually thinking earlier about the post the article I had posted about the death and the rebirth of the sun cycle between December 21st to the 25th, and how the 25th is said to be the moment of the emergence, the merging of our highest being, our essence, our soul essence, and our human being. And that is the awakening of consciousness. And I have always loved the idea of Christmas being this beautiful birth of consciousness, the birth of Christ. What does that mean? And, also, why is it on the 25th if in, Christian Orthodox, Christmas is on January 7th, which is something that I also, grew up celebrating. And so in that acknowledgement, it's something that I've always kind of questioned. I've always kind of been a questioner. And not in a way of doubt, but more of just curiosity. It's always a little curious little kitten. But I think that it does make a lot of sense about the awakening of Christ, or the awakening of human consciousness on Christmas Day or on December 25th. And I think that they coexist pretty and correlate pretty well, in my opinion, I think. But I think it also does come down to our life agreements, hence why we're talking about it today on the 21-day soul cleansing journey. Hold on. This is an interesting Christmas, I feel. I don't know if it's interesting for y'all, but it's interesting for me. Yeah, it's different. And that's okay, Not every holiday or year is going to be the same all the time, even if you are with the same people every year. It's going to be different, right? Things change. People, the families expand and families divide and multiply and blend and all and though it is all so beautiful and it's unfolding, it's also still a learning and a learning experience, because no matter what, the changes and transitions aren't always comfortable, even if they are necessary. And allowing your inner circle, soul tribe, Spirit wants me to say your inner soul tribe. The intimacy of our relationships are shifting right now, because the intimacy within the relationship of ourself is shifting, because we are raising a vibration, we're rising to a higher vibrational frequency as a collective consciousness right now. If you're watching this and you're alive, hopefully you're both. I think the most important thing about this day, and why I believe it is one of the most important parts of a soul cleansing journey, has a lot to do with the book, The 4 Agreements, that I have always loved and shouted out. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend, because this book is another perspective on ways we look at our life, and maybe we haven't really seen or thought about our life in all ways. Like, what are the things that we agree to? Do we really agree to it? And in this book, The 4 Agreements, Don Miguel talks about this dream that we're living in. And it's like the Matrix too, right? Like, you can see how it all kind of like has this idea of this awakening of consciousness. And it's this idea of who am I to be? Who am I becoming? And who am I releasing? I'm hearing. And I swear, y'all, I stay blessed, because this beautiful oracle deck of the 4 Agreements that I have was such a beautiful, beautiful blessing, and such a beautiful birthday gift from my Mumu, my cousin Mumu. I love you. When I went to LA for my 30th birthday. And y'all, I don't know how many people are 30 and up watching this, but is it just me, or was there like some crazy weird like shift of like, I don't know, am I just dramatic? I just felt like there was this difference between being 29, even as wise as I felt I was at 29. I felt like I got to 30 and it was just like, okay, I need to grow up. And I'm 30 now, I'm an adult. And then I got to being 31, and I got really excited because, I feel like 31 now is very significant because it's my soul path number, right? And these are fun things to play with, I think, in the discovery of yourself. And I feel like that is life's purpose. I feel like that's our life's purpose, is to discover ourselves, right? Because in the self-discovery of who we are aligning with who Spirit Source has intended on this eternal story. And it all starts with self-discovery. It all starts with what is in my heart. It all starts with honoring yourself. Take back your crown. Welcome. Take back your crown. That's where it begins. Our life agreements. So the 4 agreements are, this is actually the 4th agreement, always do your best. No more and no less. And to honor the man or woman that you are. To take the risk to express your dream. Taking action is about living fully and expressing what you are. Merry Christmas. The first agreement, be impeccable with your word. Being impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything. Let go of self-judgment and blame. Be impeccable with your word. So I think this is a very interesting word, impeccable. And I really didn't know what it meant until I read this book. Impeccable means without sin. And then it makes me think about sin. And sin is moving out of alignment with who you are, with your truth, right? Moving out of alignment with your essence of who you are. That's why that feeling of guilt comes in. That's where the conscience and the ego, right? Angels on your shoulder start to make you feel like you are in this duality. the inner conflicts. And so to be impeccable with your word means to always speak your truth, is to speak your truth, is to be honest. And vulnerable is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Honest and vulnerable. Yeah. Always do your best, no more and no less. Express your own divinity. I like the concept of expressing your divinity. No more and no less than your divinity. Allowing that within you to emerge and merge through you. You don't need the acceptance of others. You don't need knowledge or great philosophical concepts. You have the right to be you. And you express your own divinity by being alive and by loving yourself and others. That's right. Don't make assumptions is the third agreement. I know I'm going all over. This is just how the cards are coming out. Eliminate gossip. This little dog, he's like, you know what I heard? Making assumptions is a setup for suffering because usually we gossip about our assumptions. We make assumptions and believe we are right. Then we defend our assumptions and try to make others wrong. That's a pretty real truth right there. I'm gonna sip some tea on that tea. Yeah. It's none but ego. Making assumptions. It's easy to do, but that's just because That's the ego trying to defend our pride and ego. Merry Christmas. Welcome. I had to get my soul cleansing journey in. I had to get the soul cleansing journey in to learn about the life agreements on this Christmas day. Merry Christmas, sweet, sweet, my sweet friend, consistent queen. I'm trying. That's what they call it, the 21 day. It takes 17 days to form a habit, 21 days to make it stick. I don't know. I might have just made those numbers up, but I'm pretty sure. That's why I did 21 days. But it's not easy, and some days you have to rest or you have to be creative. And right now I'm being creative by getting a day out before the festivities begin. Welcome. Merry Christmas. I have to get the soul cleansing day in, because I know I'm not going to have any time to do it tomorrow. And I like today's topic about the life agreements. Because the 4 agreements, I feel, have been something that has really made such a huge difference in my life. And that's why I really do feel that this day, one day of a soul cleansing journey, is worth getting acknowledged. The 4, recognizing what it is that we really do feel is right for us is the most important part of this life's journey. It's like the part, it's like the whole part. So, how do you stay in that? How do you get out of this dream that, Damagawa Ruiz talks about in the book? And, thinking of these agreements that we make with ourselves, if we choose. If we choose to always do our best. No more and no less. If we choose to keep your attention on today and stay in the present moment, this is the state, this is the beginning of a new understanding, a new dream. Stay in the present moment. And yeah, it is important to focus on that today for sure. Because we're gonna, there's gonna be a lot. We're gonna be all together, and we are gonna be with our family, and we're gonna be joyous. And remember yesterday when we were talking about how easy it is for the power of vulnerability and the ego trying to move move us away, distract us from living in our highest vibration. And it's really, really easy to get distracted when you're in those states of vulnerability. Your best is changing all the time. Your truth is personal to you. Take action without expecting a reward. Practice makes the master. Yeah, I like that one too. And these are so important. Your best is changing all the time is so important to really, really give it, because I'm hearing Spirit say just give grace, give yourself grace. That's why this agreement is so important, to always do your best and give yourself grace. No more and no less. Your best is changing all the time. Your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Yes, that's like the main concept of always do your best that I was like really trying to explain. Thank you. Do your best and take action because you love it, not because you expect a reward. When you take action without expecting a reward, you enjoy every action. And you can even receive greater rewards than you imagine. And then the second agreement is don't take anything personally. Your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements, and it's personal to you. But, it's personal to you. It is no one's truth but yours. Your truth is personal to you. He's like got his journal. Yeah, I feel like I really came into a thought or a recognition around this agreement. When I had to ask myself, like, one of the hardest things for me as as a fixed moon, a Taurus moon, one of the fixed signs, and then an Aries ram, sun. And a Cancer rising. And like all of that is in recognizing that there's a lot of contradicting, habits and agreements, and even just those different personalities, right? Different traits. And that's why I do think it's so important to know what that really means in everyone's chart, in your own chart, and the people around. Like, I think that is always important to know even a gist of others, but really, really dissecting and understanding your own I have found it has been one of the most empowering things that I could do for myself, so that I could really see myself in a light that was beyond this physical, external 3D. It gave me a sense of self and identity around this understanding about a specific blueprint to my own very own natal chart that no one else has. The same signs in the same houses at the same time, from the same location and the same degree. Like, when you can really break it down like that. Were you in a retrograde and when your sun was trine your midheaven? Like, what? I don't know, but what does that mean, right? Like, it does mean something. Don't ask me what that means. I just was saying stuff. But I know it means something. And that's where I'm trying to dig to that concept. And this one says, always do your best. Practice makes the master. Oh, thanks, Spirit. By doing your best over and over, you can master the art of transformation. Yes, soul cleansing journey. By doing your best, the habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. Yeah. That's exactly why we're here, right? That's exactly why we're here. There are a lot of do your bests that Spirit wants to, that's a big message for today. Spirit really wants us to keep doing our best. Just keep doing our best. Just keep doing it. I'm hearing the Alicia Keys song, Good Job. Doing a good job, a good job. How does she do it? You're doing a good job. Don't get too down. The world needs you now. Know that you matter, matter, matter. Yeah. Don't take anything personally. Everyone's truth is their own, and it's okay. It's okay. Even just today, having to recognize that concept. You know, do you want to, do I want to be right? Do I want to be happy? Do I want to be in peace? Do I want to be in control? What am I defending? My truth? Well, Deepak Chopra says the truth needs no defense. And then Oprah said, do I want to be right? Or do I want peace? It's okay to support, it's okay to understand, and it's okay to disagree, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. It's okay. No. Honestly, I'm contemplating on needing to say or do anything else. I haven't pulled any tarot, but it is very late. And it is Christmas. Merry Christmas. I do see though what of the overall energy that is out and how it matches with these agreements out. The feminine being impeccable with her word doesn't mean always being right, and it doesn't mean always saying the right thing, but it means doing her best, right, to stay in that truth, because our words really are magic. Our words really are magic. Our words can build and move mountains, or they can start wars. And that's why not taking things personally with this moon here. The moon, and it's the moon card represents your emotions, your deep emotions. What's worth getting emotional about is what the moon card is. worth getting emotional about, or what is worth our emotions. What are our emotions worth in that space, in that feeling, in that action, in that belief, in that agreement. Don't take it personally if it is your truth and not others. Don't take it personally if it's not others' truth, or is others' truth and not yours. And don't make assumptions based on what you decide to be true, your truth. Don't make assumptions that just because that is your truth and your wish, or that is your viewpoint. If you believe that those ships are coming in, that's your belief. That's your assumption. If you believe that someone else's ships are coming in, if they believe that, that's theirs, right? But we all have our own, we all have a right to our beliefs and our feelings. Yeah, we do. And always do our best to communicate that to ourselves and each other. Spirit says, and to not give up. Always do your best to stay in your truth and in your hope. Oops. Always do your best, no more, no less. Balance. See, she's got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on earth, 1 foot, one pot pouring of water on the earth and the other in the water. Love you, babe. Love you too, Mama Mia. Merry Christmas. I'll see you in a few hours. Which means I gotta go to bed. It's about time for my body to prepare for the festivities. AKA I still have wrapping to do. But I hope everyone has an amazing Christmas. I hope you have an amazing time with your family. If you are spending it with your family, I hope you have an amazing time with whoever it is that you're spending it with. Friends, loved ones, workmates, yourself, your fur babies, however it is, whomever it is, whatever it is that you're doing. I hope that you know that this is a day of the awakening into love. This is the day where the sun has now risen in its birth from the last 3 days of the sun's shadows, the death that the sun has been just emerging from, they call it, from the winter solstice, right? And it is renewed, it is rebirthed. That is the awakening of consciousness in actual star format, as well as in the same concept of Christ's birth, and the concept of that birth of a new earth, and the birth of a new awakening, and the birth of a conscious love, Christ like love. And all of that is the emergence and the merging of our truest soul's nature and spirit into this actual format of our human essence and human body and human being right now. And that's a really beautiful, beautiful, delicious thing to really sit in. So let that vibration of love, may we let this vibration of this awakening of and the merging of our highest self and our human self bring love and peace and joy and bliss and harmony into this world, the way that the birth of Christ is set in our spirits as well on this Christmas day, for those who celebrate and believe that, right? And even if you don't, then that's okay. If you believe in love and the awakening of love, if you believe in joy and the awakening of truth and harmony and healing and consciousness, if that is something that you do, and if you don't, that's okay too. I'm not here to tell you to believe in whatever. I'm just here to tap into what it is that I resonate with and my energy resonates with, and hopefully it resonates with some people, and if it does, that's great. And hopefully if it does, then it can help raise more vibration into that intentional space of conscious love and peace and harmony and bliss and truth, light truth. So that's my Christmas prayer, Christmas wish, Christmas hope, and my Christmas gift. And I thank you for being with me on this Christmas day. And until tomorrow for the, oh my gosh, is that the beginning of our third week? It's the last day of our second week. Day 14. I love you. Merry Christmas. Peace and love. Bye.